I do like that song. I heard something in the background as that was playing there.
I accidentally pulled my wire.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be tugging on your wire.
Stop tugging it.
It did, and I was a bit worried that it did plug out a little bit, but it seems okay.
Is that not the usual?
No, I just heard a little bit of clipping.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it was my lead.
Yeah. My ears are sensitive to that thing. My voice is not quite sensitive this week.
When you lose your voice, does your hearing get better? Is that the senses thing?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's amazing.
Sing Smelly Cat.
I'm like Spider-Man now.
Sexy voice.
I do like that song.
I love that song.
Did you say that already?
Yeah, I love that song.
Bertie, would you like to do your little intro that you do?
Yes, we are back. It's episode 50. 50.
My goodness, 50.
But in the grander scheme of things, it's not that important as 52. If it was your 50th birthday, that would be important. But 50th episode, not so much.
Do you remember the episode, I was in listening to it there today, where we said, I can't wait for episode 52. And John was like, why not episode 50?
Yeah.
This is my favourite.
Because 52 is a year.
Yes, our birthday is coming up in 2 weeks' time. So make sure you send in any highlights you have from the other 49 episodes, including this one. So I hope you all enjoyed episode 49, The Welcome Mat.
Yeah, what a name.
Where we talked to Matthew O'Brien from RT's Fair City.
Yeah, legend of a guy, actually.
He's class.
Yep.
Much different than his character on TV.
Hopefully he'll come back.
He will. He's going to do some Star Wars stuff, I think, with us.
Oh yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was a good episode, so you can listen to that. And if not already, you can listen through 1 to 49. Please do that. And while you're there, please rate, like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever needs to be done. Comment, whatever, on Instagram.
Is this 50?
This is 50, yeah.
Oh, holy moly. Cool. I thought it was 49 for some reason.
I think last week.
I wasn't listening to what you were saying there, sorry.
Bertie's never wrong. He has notes for every week.
Yeah,
okay, fine.
I don't want you to see my shell bomb.
Or your did you know? It's not normally a shell bomb.
Yes, it is a did you know.
Yeah, of course it is.
Please go on to Instagram as well, the JB Waffle Hour. It's the same on TikTok. No dances yet, but you can see a few little clips.
Right.
Yeah. And if you so wish to send us correspondence, you can.
Yes.
Via what?
By what now? How can they get in touch?
The Mead Music Academy.
I don't. I can't have that mail coming to the school. That's not good.
The jbwafflehour@gmail.com.
Right.
Please email us. I like reading correspondence. Keep it clean, though.
How was your weekends, lads?
I actually remember my weekend.
Right.
And I did nothing. I didn't get off the couch. Usually when I do something on the weekend, I can't remember it.
No work this weekend?
No work this weekend. Literally just stayed at home. I had Board Gosh. We signed up to Board Gosh, and it's free electricity every Saturday.
What?
So I had the immersion on. I had all the lights on. I was like, kids, turn on the TVs upstairs. Honestly, I'm not joking. I actually was serious.
Heating the house with the microwave.
I didn't turn on the heating, obviously, because it's oil, but the immersion was definitely
Is that
on.
every Saturday?
Every Saturday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. free electricity.
Every week?
Every Saturday. Yeah.
There's going to be some dead polar bears. That's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness, yes. It was just, I did everything, you name it. I Googled what can you do with free electricity. I went around my drawers, I found tablets from years ago, I charged them.
That is amazing.
My shaver, I charged.
Everything fully charged.
Even the phone that broke 3 years ago, I charged it. Whatever I could do, I charged.
If the neighbours were on Electric Ireland, would you let them plug an extension lead in?
I'll say it to them, I'll say you can power wash the car or whatever like that, plug it in.
That's mad.
It's amazing, actually, good deal. Which?
Did you charge your Tesla?
No, I don't have a Tesla, but it would be a good idea to do that.
Charge
the Tesla once a week.
How is that economical?
I don't know.
Because they're screwing you all the other days.
Well, that's I suppose.
Yeah, there's a higher rate.
It just shows you how much they're actually making if they can give everyone free electricity.
There's a higher rate between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. every night.
Every single night.
Every day. Between 5 and 7. It's
I suppose that's the peak time, isn't it?
When people come home, stick on a kettle, cook their dinner.
Scumbags.
So that's where they get you.
Yeah.
Scumbags. What's the solution? Windmills. Build a windmill.
Yeah,
get your own electricity.
Have like personal windmills.
And
there's a guy on TikTok that is showing how good the solar panels are. He's got like 16 on the front and 12 on the back of his roof.
Wow.
And he's showing the wattage on like dull days and bright days and what he can do with it and everything.
Probably looks gack though, does it?
He's out in the middle of nowhere. It's like big two-story house, like he's out in the country. So,
but you need for the windmill, you need like planning permission and stuff, don't you?
I think so. Yeah.
You can't be using the wind. Like.
But at the moment, you can't.
It's the government's wind. They'll charge you for it.
But you can sell it back to them.
No, not yet.
Well. I think you can.
It came in June, and apparently only one company has signed up to actually do that.
Oh,
Even though by law it came in June, but they're all dragging their
No,
heels.
the
saying,
father,
"No,
the father has the solar powered panels that heat the water, and whatever energy he doesn't use, it goes back into the grid apparently, and then he gets money back.
Yeah, well, he's probably with that one company that does it. I don't know. Your man on TikTok was talking about.
there's a guy that I know who's building 2 windmills on his property, but he's up north, actually. That's
Right.
what it is, maybe.
Yeah,
I like the ones there in the Netherlands. That's the kind of windmill I want.
Out in the middle of the sea.
like a
Yeah, I
big
live
giant
in it.
one.
It's class.
If you
Oh,
want-
like a
yeah.
proper wooden
Yeah.
one.
If it's going to generate electricity, you may as well live in it.
Frankenstein type windmill. Did you not see Frankenstein? No.
No.
No,
Oh, right,
I didn't see he had a windmill.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what? There was a windmill on fire, and he went up to the top of it. Do you remember that?
I don't think he owned it. He just visited.
Oh, he was chased there by the townsfolk. But
Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster was chased.
Frankenstein's monster. Yeah, Frankenstein was the
Sort of
dude,
getcha.
wasn't it? How was your weekend, Bertie?
Dosed some lambs
Right.
and sold some lambs.
Fucking dogs.
What a dose.
Your man came yesterday, picked them up, sold 5 of them.
Mm.
Oh, right. You
Yeah.
sold them.
Yeah, done deal.
Jesus.
I'm a livestock merchant now.
So this is the fruit of your labour.
That's it, yeah.
Literally, you had no sheep once. You had a
Yep.
big empty field. Then you got sheep.
Yeah.
And then you sold it and you have money in your hand.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Money in my hand.
Business.
And
Yeah.
how does it feel to let your kids go like that and get a big wad of
That's
money?
alright. They're going down to Portlaoise to have babies in 2 years.
Jesus.
It's all good.
Wonder-
It's better than where the lads went.
I wonder, is there a scheme that you could do with your actual kids?
Your actual kids.
Send them down to have babies.
Off
in
to
Limerick.
Portlaoise, get a wad of money, send them out.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal, but get best look at
I
that.
don't know. But do you not feel attached to any of those little bios?
Did you get your man to send on some pictures of them?
Oh, yeah.
Sitting around the fire and stuff.
Getting out the trailer down in Portlaoise.
He just sent you like stew, a picture of stew.
Hi, Bert. Just letting you know your sheep are okay.
They
Here you go.
stop at one of them junctions, and get ice cream and go down.
Oh, Jesus. So no attachment whatsoever, just sheep gone.
Yeah, well, you knew that's what you're getting into. Like, it's not like a dog or something.
Did you have them named?
No, the only one we named we kept.
Right,
Okay,
still
so
around.
That's that.
Once you named them, that's it.
Yeah, because she's the one we fed with the bottle. So
And how long do they live for? They're usually sheep.
9 to 10 years. But the thing is, it's not how long they live for; it's how long they're productive for.
That's exactly
Could
what
say
my
the
boss
same
says.
for you. What do you mean? What do you mean productive? They can still
Well-
eat your grass and stuff.
Yeah, like you could have them maybe as pets as they get older,
jumpers
but
off
it'd be unfair to put like an old ewe or yo,
Yo.
depending on where you're from, into lamb when she's maybe 8 or 9.
All right, yeah.
Like she could still be alive, but it would be unfair because she'd be fairly old. Like.
Is there anything else you can do with them? Like,
You just have them out there to look at.
yeah, I suppose they're
Ride
serving
them
a
into
purpose that
battle.
way.
Count them.
Ride them into battle. Could you get
There you
like
go.
kids to like ride in the back of them, put a saddle on them? They'd be useful in that like sense.
Be nice and cushiony.
Little
depends
lawnmower.
how big ones. The ones I seen at the ploughing, they were like huge ones. You'd sit on them, alright.
Mm.
But don't know whether you want them.
Irish sheep hounds. Sheep.
Yeah.
Turn them into
Irish,
guard
Irish
dogs.
wolfhounds.
Yeah, sorry, that's
They're huge.
I've seen a few YouTube videos where sheep were raised like alongside dogs, and they actually act like dogs.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
they're a
funny,
guard
yeah.
dog and everything.
I think that.
class. Goats are. Have you ever seen little goats?
We used to have
Tipping
goats
about.
back in the day. Yeah.
Did you?
Nanny goats.
I've been toying with the idea of getting a goat.
Yeah,
but
if you
I
have
don't
a
think my
country
parents
house,
are
they're a bit
receptive.
They're great for eating the weeds.
Yeah, that's the weeds are kind of getting
Although there's a bit of a goat gene in
in the goat. I'd hope so.
in the easy cares at home. And
Right.
they love all around the hedges and everything. Like they have a big field, but you see them around the hedges eating the leaves, and they'll eat all the weeds and everything in the driveway. and everything.
Strip it.
Yeah. So if you want one, I can send you one.
I was thinking, how do you keep them in the area that you want? You have to fence it, do you?
Yeah. The only time they'll go through the fence is if you run after them.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's when they push back.
Yeah. Don't get them excited.
Right.
As long as they have grass, they won't go through a fence.
What if you don't have a fence? Like, how could you keep them in an area? Could you just tell
A good
them?
bush.
Oh, right, bush.
Yeah. A good bush.
But some sheep are silly. I remember back when we had sheep in the old house. Do you know those wire mesh fences?
Yeah.
The amount of times where one giant big sheep was trying to get through the square that was about... Sorry, thank you. I'm a bit louder now.
Shove it in there.
A sheep
Every
was
week.
trying to get through this little square.
Yeah.
And you have to go just get a snips and...
Sometimes,
Pull 'em out then.
sometimes they're really
Cut his
smart
head off.
and sometimes they're not. I have a picture of the sheep stuck in the gate at home.
There's probably a picture of you in books
Stupid.
stuck in a gate or something. Don't be giving out about the sheep.
So that's what you did the weekend.
Yeah.
A
and
mess of a sheep.
the ladies' finals were the weekend as well.
Right.
You
Are
have
we
to talk
doing
about
that
them.
segment or are we talking
No,
about
talk about that.
are we going to do that segment? All right.
We need to find
Yeah.
out what you did at the weekend.
Yeah. What you did?
Feck all, really. Gigging. I don't know what else I did.
Music stuff.
gigging and I actually went bowling with the kids.
Nice.
And you
And
lost.
oh man, I tried.
Did you put up
Actually
the
tried.
sides?
They had the sides up. I didn't
Okay. That's
because I've got experience.
good. That's right.
And I tried my hardest to destroy them both,
Yeah.
and I came last
Wow.
by a long
Don't
shot.
feel too bad. They had the sides up. They can't
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
miss
fair.
with the sides.
I might put the sides up the next time and just destroy them.
Sorry. them.
Yeah, you can do.
That-
I don't bowl with people who put the sides up
why?
because that's not bowling.
All right, okay. You're such a snob.
Of course, if
I think
it's
I
kids,
went. I
if,
think
if
I
it-
remember this.
If it's kids, it's different. Like, but
Yeah.
if I go with adults and they're like, "Oh, we put the sides up,"
Yeah, no, there's no.
I'm going home.
No.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Slap in the face, out
Yeah.
the door. We have a guest for this week.
Yes, quiet in the corner there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
hoping that we wouldn't ask him something. How was your weekend, Paul
What's your favorite
Buckley?
movie?
Don't ask him about movies. He said
Oh, yeah,
that
he
on the
said,
rider.
Don't ask.
He was like, green M&Ms, don't ask me about movies.
Oh, sorry. Missed that bit.
How was your weekend,
The
Paul?
weekend. It was a washout, wasn't it? Sunday was a
Yeah.
terrible day.
Yeah.
Mostly it was housey stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you're moving into a new house and renovating the new one.
Yeah.
I've seen you in some funny positions in the last month.
Yeah, but about the house.
There's so much in what you're doing there.
We're doing a lot of work. Yeah. We bought a house and we're renovating it. So
Very good.
it's fairly intensive. A lot of the kind of energy efficiency stuff, the
yeah.
deep retrofit, all that stuff is going on.
Did you get a grant for that? Bit of interest?
Yeah. You get supports from the government. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's bad. It's a tough time to be renovating, isn't it? With the price of materials.
It is, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, but to be honest, we don't really know any different. You know, we didn't renovate a house last year, so
Yeah. So you're yeah.
yeah.
You just go with what you
That's
have.
just, I'm
I suppose,
just
isn't
going
it?
by what I hear. Yeah, it's a tough time.
So you're doing the solar panels. Are you doing the heat pump?
Yeah.
Yeah, as well.
Mm.
And what does that is that your main source of heat in the house then?
Yeah, the heat pump is I sound like an expert here coming in, but I should assure
More
the
than us.
listeners
We're
I'm
not
I'm
experts.
Yeah, so basically the house will be heated from electricity as opposed to from gas or from oil.
Yeah.
So or from any other source. So
It'd be great on Saturdays.
Oh yeah.
jeez.
I'm gonna run a massive extension
Yeah,
lead
do, yeah.
from your place.
Yeah. Actually, that's a deal. Yeah. I wonder if you can bottle it. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Charge a load of batteries.
And there's grants for those heat pumps as well, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
It's like an $8,000.
It's all the information is available on the SEAI website.
You don't, like, to be clear, you don't work for these
I
guys,
do
do you?
not.
And is it like loads of forms, like pages and pages of forms? to fill
Well,
out?
you can go through kind of intermediaries and third parties that'll do all that paperwork
great.
for you.
Oh, deadly.
Take a percentage.
How far did you go in the house? Completely gutted? Just external walls?
Pretty much. No, I mean we didn't go that far. We knocked a few walls inside. We are doing a little bit of tinkering around with the footprint, but no, we didn't extend it.
It's like an
but
old
yeah,
house.
we're making an open plan area at the back.
And was it lived in before you got it?
It was, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was built in the late 90s, so
Okay.
it's not an old house, but it needs freshening
Update.
up.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
So that's taking up all our
Everything,
time
I'd
and
say,
money.
yeah. Are you have a time frame for getting in, do you? Before Christmas?
No, it's not going to be this
After
year.
Christmas.
No.
No, bless.
But you're doing a lot of the work yourself, so like
A bit, yeah.
the tons. Like for someone,
Yeah.
I don't know your DIY experience, but
Well, what you would have seen me when I'm sharing those pictures on WhatsApp and stuff is in the garage. So there's kind of
All right.
two little projects.
you can
going
make a
on at the
mess
same
out
time.
there.
Yeah, the garage is kind of my domain. So I'm free to make as much
Man cave.
mistakes as I want, and they won't be seen by the general public.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you been told that's where you're living?
That's kind of me.
Get a beer fridge in there, telly.
Oh yeah, you know it. Yeah,
With the professionals coming into the
Yeah.
house.
the guitars basically. That's where the guitars have to go.
Yeah. More jam
Mhm.
space. He doesn't know it
Nice.
yet, but it's jam space.
Mhm.
It's in the countryside then, is it?
No, it's kind of on the edge of town.
Oh, so
Yeah.
maybe not so much.
Don't give the exact address.
What's your postcode?
Oh no, I was just saying nice. That's
It's a lovely spot. The view you have, oh my God, that's a nice view. I'm not going to say where the view is, but it's
Very
a
good.
nice view.
Delighted. Good
Yeah.
for you. Good for you.
Echoey, if you know what I mean. Okay, will we do some news?
yeah, we can do. Yeah.
You'll get it if you
I got it
if
already.
you know. Yeah, he knows. Actually, I was in Trim today, and I was in Super Value,
Yes.
And coming up the car park of Super Value was...
It wasn't me.
What? No, it definitely wasn't you, because I would have avoided you. It was Niall Brady. Do you remember Niall Brady from school?
Yeah, he got married the other week.
He did.
Yeah.
We all know each other's business. Isn't this the mad thing? Through Instagram, we all know... Like, I haven't met Niall.
No, I was there.
Why was
You were
Niall
at the
invited?
wedding.
What? Yeah.
All
me,
of
me and Niall have been like really good friends for years.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I know you haven't, you fecker, you. Everyone from the podcast was invited except you.
I don't even know the guy out there.
You know Niall. You know him to see, I'd say. But yeah, I met him. It's the first time we had figured, well, he figured out. It was the first time that we've seen each other since school. I haven't seen him since then. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So coming on 20 years next year.
Wow.
Yeah, he went on to be a civil engineer, I think.
Yeah. He was saying where does he say he was working? Oh, damn, I forgot now. He's going to listen to this.
He was down at Loan. That's the way I seen him a bit after school.
He's up. He said he was in City West, actually, is where he is at the moment. But it's interesting because he was saying, like, oh, you heard about the podcast and blah, blah, blah. I wonder how many people from school are actually listening to it or have heard it now at this stage. And if we can actually get this, I was talking to him about it as well, getting the reunion thing going.
Yeah, it's going to be some Saturday next June.
Have you spearheaded this or is someone else arranging this? Is this you?
Yeah, because it was one of those things that you say like, oh yeah, we should do this, we should do that, and everybody says we should do it, but nobody actually does anything.
Is this like the wish? You're going to like just say it into
I'm
existence?
waiting for you one to come back
from the wish.
Because she asked me, do you have a specific date? And I said, we kind of want any date in June because technically that's when the leaving cert was and that's when we left school.
Oh yeah.
So she said she'd go back then and see what dates are free in June and come back to us.
Would you not go with maybe the Debs date?
Oh, when was it?
We go back to the Red Cow and just redo the
have an
Debs.
actual Debs.
Wouldn't that be savage?
Are you coming up in a big year?
20.
Yeah, next year.
20 years.
20
Yeah,
years.
yeah. We did nothing for the 10-year one.
You guys are
No,
old.
that's it. I think someone set up like a Facebook group page after 10 years thinking, oh my god, like it's same thing again. Somebody should do something. So
Yeah.
I am doing something.
Everyone was like, it's too soon. We still all hate each other and go away.
Yeah. Tickets will more than likely be like 50, 60 quid because we want to do the whole charity thing and we also have to pay for the venue and stuff.
Yeah.
And it will be a dinner. Oh yeah, and band too.
Oh, band. All right, okay. Have you picked a band yet?
We might hold auditions.
Right. Oh, okay. I know two very good bands who'd be interested in those.
Okay. Well, you can hold the auditions.
There we go. We've got a gig date. Yes.
You don't want to work at your reunion, do you?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Because we're going to be doing this for at least an hour.
I know. And then I can go and do the music thing.
Okay.
And
When
everyone will be like, look how far he comes in school.
when should we do this though?
Podcasting and
Should
singing.
this be like the speeches at a wedding, like just before the dinner, just after dinner, in between?
If you do it just before, people will be kind of grumpy about not getting food.
Should people eat first?
You have to have canapes.
Let's discuss this at a later date.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not plan it on this.
News. And
So
done.
anyway, let's go news. All right. I don't know if you saw. Was it this morning? It was this morning. A woman called Alison Hammond raised a few eyebrows after admitting that she did not notice £10,000 gone missing from her bank account. She went to the garage to get her car fixed, and they charged her £10,000 instead of. What's just before that? 1,000. I was panicking there. I was like, take away the zero.
Fair play having 10,000 in your account.
More than that. She didn't notice that there was 10,000
how
gone.
much do you have to have before you don't realise it?
And what job did she get done on her Bentley?
yeah, I don't know what it was. The wing mirrors.
How did that make it into the news? Did she actually tell people about it?
It was on. She was on this morning, talking about it.
She's proud of the fact.
Yeah. She was saying, I didn't notice this morning, and like people went berserk. They were like, "How can you, with what's going on at the moment, housing crisis and stuff, to be saying that on live TV?" But isn't it amazing that you could have 10,000 go missing like that and not notice a dent in your bank account? You must be doing well.
I'm sure some of the soccer players are like that.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't notice it at all, would they?
Well, they'd have people that they pay to notice it.
I wonder.
suppose.
Though,
Their accountant.
I wonder on like the 28th
Which is
of the
what we
month,
should have.
are the soccer players like checking their banking online? Have a big
Texting the club, be like, "What time's that going in?"
Yeah, refresh.
20 past 12. Yes.
Insufficient funds.
Yeah. Your card has been declined. Yeah, I wouldn't. Actually, there's probably a few like League 1 and League 2 players.
Oh yeah, maybe.
There has been clubs that have held out on paying.
Trouble. Yeah.
Wasn't have you watched that Welcome to Wrexham?
Yes, I'm watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Is are all the episodes right now?
Yeah. Well, I'm on episode 11 or 12, and the 13, 14, 15 is out.
Yeah.
Illegally online.
The amount of money that's involved in running the club, even at like they're what, below tier 4?
Yeah, they're tier 5. They're non-league, like
Yeah.
national league.
The amount of money in
Oh,
that.
does he talk about the money? I don't watch it. So do you talk about the money and everything, do they?
Oh yeah, they go in depth in what everything costs and putting the pitch together and then wages, and they're like, okay, well look, if you stay in this league, you basically have to be promoted the next 2 seasons because if you stay in this league, you're going to lose this amount of money. And then if you get into this league and you stay in that league, you're going to lose this amount of money. It's only when you get to the next one that you might actually break even.
Wow.
It's crazy, the amount of money. So let's not buy a football club. Okay, next bit of news. Did you see the NASA... let me just actually get a little bit closer. My eyesight's terrible. It was a Mars helicopter acquired an image. Did you say this? No?
Mars helicopter? No, I didn't even know there was a helicopter on Mars.
Well, it's floating about the outer stratosphere of Mars, and it landed and it saw a small piece of debris on Mars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're not sure what the debris is from, whether it's like a spacecraft or whether...
Transformer.
It's not a transformer.
No.
Were they on Mars?
Yeah. Decepticons.
Was it Mars they were on, yeah?
Yeah, they were on one of them.
What I want to ask you is, do you think there's aliens? You have to put it out there live.
Life.
Yes.
Oh.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Well, because because of the scale of the universe.
Yeah.
And the likelihood that we're the only intelligent beings out there.
This is a Christian podcast. There's nothing else except there. Did you not talk to this guy before he came on?
aliens like Thor or aliens like E.T.?
What? No, just extraterrestrial life. There has to be, though. There has to be, doesn't there? Like
the size of the universe.
Yeah.
It's actually, there's a universe inside a universe. It's absolutely
It's
great.
incomprehensible.
I'd be more worried that there isn't any aliens
Yeah.
than being
That
seen
would
an
be
alien.
freaky, yeah.
What does that say for the probability of life here if there wasn't aliens? How improbable it was that we actually exist.
Yeah, it's literally, it's sure didn't they say it's like an absolute miracle that humans exist, in the sense that life, like it's a perfect balance of heat and water being on the planet and the atmosphere and everything. It's perfect balance. Like there's nowhere else to be able to do that.
We're testing your biology from secondary school there. Heat and
Heat,
convection
and solid and matter and liquid.
It's the Goldilocks zone.
Yes, the
yeah,
Goldilocks zone.
yeah.
And we're slowly destroying it all.
Yeah, I know.
In our lifetime, isn't it? Like terrible.
But I mean, Paul put in the heat pump, and he's got.
Yeah.
So we're taking it back slowly.
And I got a blue bin.
You got a blue bin.
Well done.
Yeah, and a sheep.
I'm cancelling it all every Saturday.
What's a blue bin? I've got a brown bin, a black bin, and a
Blue bin's a recycling bin.
Yeah,
red.
recycling bin.
Not a red bin. A brown bin, and a green bin.
Oh, green.
Depends on the company,
no,
doesn't it?
what's green?
Recycling.
Oh, green's your recycling.
Yeah.
Oh,
It depends on the company.
Mine's blue. Yeah.
Mine's blue, yeah.
I have a blue recycling, brown compost, and black. Normal
Yeah.
bin.
Plug-in bin.
Plug in.
They're the
Electric
correct
bin.
colours.
Electric bin. Are you going to get one of those fridges now with like a TV in it and then just use it on Saturdays?
A fridge with a TV? No,
Have you ever
well,
seen
I will
those?
now. Yeah.
It's
Is
got
that the
like
one
a
that you can
little
click
screen.
on and you can type on your shopping list and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gas those.
No, but I will put up, if I'm the only one in the estate, because we might speak about business later on, but if I could put a sign up saying charge your car every Saturday, charge your items for $2.50.
half price. Oh, the money you'd make.
There'd be a queue.
Although you would trip your switches in your house, definitely.
I don't know. Give it a go.
Always the entrepreneur. And that brings us on to
Might be onto something.
our topic today as well, nicely. Entrepreneurship. Okay, last 2 pieces of news. Let's fly through these. Did you see the Euro qualifying group?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're not going to the Euros.
No, we're not. No.
Although it's less complicated than the ladies.
What's-
See, like,
it's
loads of
amazing.
things depend on everything. They can go this way, they
Is
can
this
go that
life-
way. If that
life
game
talk?
goes to penalties, well, then you might go through. But if that team wins and it goes to penalties, then you might go through. That's
Oh,
complicated.
okay. Is that that's currently on at the moment?
Yeah, it was on. It was 0-0 when I left.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
So our group is France, Netherlands, Republic of Ireland, Greece, and Gibraltar. And I don't even see us beating Greece and Gibraltar, to be honest.
Well, you have to come third, and you also have to hope
Third.
that all the other teams that qualify have our top-rated national or Nations League teams. So then all their qualification places will drop down, and you might get the third best placed team.
What is that Nations League shite? That's a load of shite, isn't it?
It
really,
helps.
when you're fairness?
It helps CJ.
Who's CJ? And why is he taking my money?
So if Ireland was in pot 2, they would have been the second seeds. So like they would have avoided 2 big teams. But instead we're in the third pot, so we had to have 2 big teams in our group.
There's a lot more to football than I thought.
It's a lot of math. There's no hope, is there really? I've seen an Ireland team at a World Cup or a Euros probably anytime soon.
It goes France, right? So get that out of the way first. Then you might get a bit of a boost with Greece and Gibraltar. Then you're playing France again.
Oh Jesus!
And then I think you're playing Gibraltar and then the Netherlands.
Oh right.
Greece and then Netherlands again.
Oh,
something like that.
I read in the paper we might get an automatic go through because
they feel sorry for us.
We're the fifth team, but no, because we are part hosts.
What? Are we?
That's what I read in news today.
It's in Germany, isn't it?
I don't know.
Then what was that?
You
I
might
read?
be thinking in the next one.
Maybe the next one then. Yeah.
Oh right.
I know nothing about.
Isn't
sport,
that great? That's the only way we can get in now. Is look, we've got a
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah.
Come here and we'll let you. Yeah, not happening. Anyway, speaking of football, did you see the thing about Roy Keane?
Getting the selfie.
Oh yeah,
The selfie thing. Yeah, I thought
yeah.
that was great. Typical Roy Keane. But the other thing he said then was that he said he was proven right in that only 37 Premier League players out of 520 are now wearing black football boots. Everyone else is wearing a different colour of boot.
Why is that important?
Because it's ridiculous. Remember back in my day, there was only really black football boots.
With
oh
white
no,
stripes.
are you one of those people who's always had white football boots?
no, not white. I wasn't that good.
Oh yeah, you're wearing a target on your back if you're wearing a different colour pair of boots.
Well, I wear blue ones for championship because Borsmiller blue.
Right, okay, so it matches your kit.
And then when the All Blacks were in the World Cup there, Adidas brought like a blackout version.
Class.
And then blackout versions became cool. But not only like everything was black on them. So I had a pair of them then. I had a pair of red boots. I had different colours.
There's a lot of pair of boots.
Yeah, they're up and I have them displayed on the shelf in the gym. Most of them.
You sent a picture of that actually, yeah. I think black boots need to make a comeback.
Yeah,
I think they look class.
I have a pair of black boots.
Well, not for you. I mean, for football in general. White boots are, in my experience of wearing white football boots.
Did you see Sterling's ones that look like the seats in the Dublin bus?
Oh no, I haven't seen them. Like the Chelsea kit from a few years ago.
You should bring back metal studs.
Oh no, they're
spikes.
They're still metal. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like?
What was banned back in the
brand.
day? What was
Oh,
knives?
the reckon blades aren't great because
The blades, yeah.
the way they turn in the grass that they were assisting ACL injuries.
Are they gone?
damaging other people?
Yeah.
Oh, they are gone.
Yeah, you can't get blades anymore.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Well, something was banned back in 2000,
Headbutting.
2000 or 99 or something.
Oh, don't know.
Something that damaged other people in tackles. Okay, never mind.
What, like rugby studs in soccer? You can't wear those.
I don't know what that was.
Maybe I dreamt it.
Roy Keane was banned from playing football, I think is what it was. He was injuring people
I
playing
always
football.
think the black ones though, they just kind of look like you're running around with normal shoes on.
I like that though. I like
Like
a pair of
like
Clarks.
your Sunday shoes, yeah.
But that's the other thing. They can double up as a pair of Clark shoes on Sunday.
Headed to books with them.
I just think that it's missing, and it's like the culture of football. Players going down and diving around the place, and when you watch football as opposed to GA, like the difference in the GA players and the football players is ridiculous. Yeah. And I think black football boots need to come back. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Okay, we do gigs.
Okay, you better hurry up.
Right, I've got. Oh yeah, do you want to? Oh, you're doing championship. Okay, 3 gigs. Okay, the first one is Toro Imoy in the academy, €25 on Friday. My second one is Talos. Do you hear Talos?
No.
He's very good. Pepper Canister Church.
He clicked his fingers.
No, not the Thanos.
Thanos.
€26 on Saturday in the Canister Church. That's not right. And then Bon Iver, our boy, in the 3 Arena on Sunday.
I like them.
Bon Iver.
We do a song by Bon Iver, don't we? The Skinny Love
Skinny
one.
Love.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
great tune. So he's in the 3 Arena on Sunday, €44. That's my 3 gigs.
Nice.
All right, we're moving on.
Yes.
What are you doing? Championship or?
Well, if you want to know about your side, baby, LGFA unofficial guide, baby.
Yeah, so championship finals were last weekend.
Right, go on.
Dunboyne won. Royal Gales kind of flatlined in the second half.
Oh, Dunboyne won. Okay.
Yeah,
Dunboyne
so
did. I seen them celebrating. That was Saturday, wasn't it?
3 in a row. Yeah, that was Saturday.
Mm.
I think there was a point in at half time, but Royal Gales missed a lot of chances in the first half. Like a lot of chances. So much so you're standing there thinking, that's a lot of chances.
Yeah. I haven't even seen the game.
I'm thinking that now.
That's going to come back to haunt you. And it did.
Right.
They were 5 points down. They scored 1-1 in the last few minutes, but ran out of time. The big one from our point of view was the rain, the Junior A on Sunday. Went to extra time.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately, Manalvi didn't win.
Look.
St. Ultan scored 1-1 in extra time.
Did the back give in?
It collapsed, yeah.
No, they actually played well, to be fair.
They did.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you know we didn't watch it?
They got, I suppose, a couple of lucky goals in the second half. Brought it back easy. one came in and it bounced. Because you see they had Astra in Walterstown, so you're thinking it's wet, that ball's bouncing, it's not going to bounce high, but it hit the Astra and the goals and shot up.
That's their biggest weakness.
Wait, they played a full match on AstroTurf?
No, just the goal mouth is Astra.
Oh, section. The whole goal mouth?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Some teams do that because, or some clubs do that because that's where it gets most worn. So they usually have Astra in the goal mouth.
You rip your knees up.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Jenny Mac.
Yeah. And plus, a really weird bounce like that will happen as well.
Yeah.
Screen won the intermediate then, goal in the last few minutes.
Very good.
For them.
Yeah. Woeful day for game Sunday though. National.
Oh, yeah. So it was terrible.
It was.
Were you standing out in one of those matches?
No, it's called Facebook Live.
Were you
I was thinking about going, but you're lashing around. I was physically at the Dunboyne one though. I went there and then went to the paddocks after. Had loads of chicken tenders.
That's a nice place, the paddocks, isn't it?
Oh yeah, God yeah.
Good place.
Lash and rain that day.
Gig.
Was it? Oh no, that was Saturday.
Sunday. Yeah, Saturday wasn't.
That's
it now. Topic.
So okay,
Eventually.
we're moving on. All right, what is our topic, Bertie?
This is
Bring
John's
us in.
topic this week.
Yes.
If you want to
Did you? His face. I did.
No, you Bertie, you introduce it there. It's gone. You're really good at introducing it.
Was it actually you that came up with it? I don't remember how this happened, but anyway, yeah.
WhatsApp voice notes.
Was it?
I have to go back. I have to go back in them.
So we've all tried a side hustle.
Yeah, we've all been there.
So a few side businesses and stuff.
Yeah.
We've also been involved in businesses, and Scotty runs a somewhat successful business.
Yeah,
it's getting there.
Me, I've tried and failed. Have you tried and failed?
Yeah, I've tried and failed. Yeah, tried and slightly.
Scotty's the only
tried and failed.
Tried and failed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Scotty's the only successful business owner
so far anyway. Like it's still could go belly up, you never know.
So are we going to talk like about things we've learned or tips we want to give, or where to start?
Well, let's talk about the start. When you were starting a business, you have a gym.
Yes.
Over in Boardsmill.
Yes.
What did you foresee, and how far are you away from that initial kind of goal that you set?
Well,
that's very, very.
But that's the successful business that he has. He had about 17 other businesses that that didn't do too well.
I think we've gone through your side hustles. You had t-shirts.
Yeah.
You tried to do a t-shirt company.
Bouncy Castle was the most successful, wasn't it?
Well, Bouncy Castle was successful.
That was great.
It was annoying at times, but it was a means to an end because the Bouncy Castle was to pay for the gym.
Yeah.
Which it did. So I owe nothing on the gym.
Great business, that one.
Yeah, I often thought, I was like, I need to do something in the summer. I might see if I can buy Bertie's business. And then you sold it to someone else. So yeah, you did the Bouncy Castle. But the gym, that was always the goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, since I started going to college when I was 21 after doing the civil engineering, the goal was to own my own gym.
Right.
I thought about opening a place in Trim, but the rent was too dear.
Right.
So I decided to build a shed. And somewhat like that movie, Build It and They Will Come, I built it and they did come.
Right.
Slowly but surely.
Would you ever see yourself going into a town? Are you happy with the way things are?
No, happy because you see I'm in Maynooth and that's grand. So like even though it's a business that I built up, it's still only a side business. Like originally I was going to leave Maynooth and I thought that was going to be full time, but it just didn't work out that way. Because it started with I wanted to do classes, but then everybody that came to me wanted one-on-one. So I suppose ideally you always want to know at the start what you want your business to be, because if I had said no to them, maybe I would have got the classes going and maybe classes would have been better. But then I got to know everyone individually because it was one-on-one.
Was it yoga classes you were going to do?
No. Like strength classes for like 5, 6, 7 people.
Imagine
because
yoga.
The thing you had to
pottery.
The thing you had to balance up was whether you wanted to earn €80 in an hour with 8 people, or have one person for €20 an hour.
Don't knock pottery. I'm telling you, there's some money in that.
So I think you always need to have like a clear line, which I didn't. I was just kind of breezing along, and then whatever happened. And I thought I'd get teams in, and I didn't get teams in. And then the way it worked out, I thought was best in the end, because I have like 10 to 12 really consistent clients. Most of them have been with me since the start, since they came. So in the first year, like in the first month, it was me sitting in the gym on my own.
Yeah, you'll have those.
Then Andrew came. He texted me, and Andrew still comes. Then Liz came after that. Kerry came after that. Joe. These are all people that are still with me, and this is 6 years going on 7 years now. So I think if you get on well with whoever comes to you, I know some business obviously you don't have maybe clients like that you're always talking to, because some are suppliers and stuff instead. But if you create a good bond with them, they'll come and keep them happy and stuff.
Yeah, and they'll tell other people as well.
Yeah,
same with the school.
because I was all about Facebook and spending money on ads, and at the time it was like flyers or whatever, a few years ago. But all that was a waste of money because everybody I got, like Joe had told someone, or Andrew had told someone, and things like that. And,
but you have to trial it. At the start, you have to go, okay, well, I'm going to just do everything and see what works. Flyers, I'm going to put ads here, ads there. You have to.
Well, I was going to say that's probably the wrong way to go.
Really?
You need to, I think, get your stream on whatever you think your business or whatever is best advertised on, because then your budget is blown.
It's hard to know though what is the best way to go when you're starting like that.
And also depends on how much pressure you're under, obviously.
Oh, that's
because
the thing,
if you're completely, I've just left my job, I want to start this business, now you're under pressure. Where I had minutes, so I always had a fallback.
Yeah.
So I wasn't completely out on my own. If nobody came to the gym for the first 6 months, I was still okay. I owed nothing. I wasn't paying rent or anything.
Now, here's what I'll say to that. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. Because I had the exact same thing down in the school. When we first started, we had five students starting out, or I had 5 students, and I had to make rent, or else I wasn't going to be able to pay rent at all. I didn't have money for food, so it had to work, or else.
You're fought to make the business rather than having a fallback.
I had other jobs and stuff, but if that didn't work, I was screwed basically. So it meant that 24 hours a day, literally for the first 3 or 4 weeks, I was like flyers indoors, even at night, going around Navan, putting flyers indoors, wrecking people's heads, trying to get it up and running. Yeah,
you see, you had no other thing. That was, you wanted it to be your business, be your full-time job.
Yeah.
Where like, it just so happens that kind of my thing is, when people are available to train, is only the evening time. So you might get like maybe kids earlier in the days and
get
stuff.
A few
like
mammies coming out when they drop the kids off to school.
So I always thought I'd have people at like early in the morning.
Don't you wink at me like that.
But it just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Need to advertise in like, I don't know, mammy's Facebook pages and stuff. Special gym in Boardsmill, country gym. Your business, when you started off, the family business.
Yeah.
Explain what that was.
Yeah. So there was a family business down in Galway. I'm from Tuam, Galway. And
Tuam.
Yeah. So my grandfather set up a bedding manufacturing company in Tuam. So coming back from London, where he was working in a factory making beds and mattresses, they decided to set up themselves back in the 60s in Tuam. And so my father and my uncle ran that business for a while up until the kind of the early noughties, and then they sold it. So at that point, then I was kind of coming out of college, or I was about 5 years out of college, I think, and kind of looking to. It was about 2005, right? So if you cast your mind back to 2005 in Ireland, it was like Celtic Tiger days. Money absolutely sloshing around everywhere, and so we were thinking like. We'd always kind of, the factory in Tuam was making beds kind of mid tier, weren't super expensive stuff, but kind of aware of that side of the market that existed in London and in other countries. It didn't kind of hit in Ireland, so we kind of said, okay, there may be a little opening here, a little niche here for high end product that didn't previously exist in Ireland. There's certainly a market for it,
like fancy mattresses, like
memory foam mattresses, basically, beds that cost like €10,000 plus,
wow.
So,
with the chains pre-installed and stuff like.
Special order. So we kind of moved then away from manufacturing into retailing and importing the stock from Italy and from Norway and places like that.
So now you've become an importer rather than a manufacturer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Was that cheaper to do? Was it a cost thing that you were like, I will stop making these and just import?
No, I mean the margins are much better in retail. Right. So the factory was employing. A lot of people. There was a lot of people. Overheads. Yeah, exactly. So in the shop there was like 5-6 of us, a couple of guys in deliveries, and it was a completely different business. It wasn't. The two things had nothing to do with each other. We just kind of knew knew beds basically. As a family, and so set up a store in Dublin, and went very well for a few years, and then the arse fell out of it completely with the crash.
Yeah, that was it was circumstantial.
A lot of people.
If you're losing money or you don't have money, you're not spending 10,000 on a bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I mean it just literally fell off a cliff. Like it was 2008.
The worst time.
Yeah. So we were building up to a point in 2008. Things were chugging along really nicely, and then we would have taken deposits in for orders maybe that would have been delivered 8 or 12 weeks later. So you take in 50% of the money up front,
right,
and then put in the order for the item we make to order, shipped from the factory to us, and we'll send it to the customer, and then they pay the balance. So there was a kind of a delayed effect or delayed impact from the crash. It was literally it was like turning off a light switch. As soon as the banks were closing in Manhattan, and the bailouts in the Irish banks and all that, people just kind of clamshelled completely.
Oh,
nobody was coming in the door. Nobody was spending any money whatsoever. It was literally turning off a light switch.
So what about the orders that were already made?
The orders, they were
cancelled
fulfilled. No, because they would have had 50% down anyway.
You didn't want to lose that, and you weren't giving it back. Yeah. And did that 50% cover the cost of your order?
Yeah, exactly.
So if they didn't pay, they would have covered it.
Quite. It was quite nice model. But it was like turning off a light switch. Like I said, over the course of kind of between September 2008 and January 2009, then it was like the kind of the reality hit, and it was shit. We have to adapt here or do something. So kind of tried to make it work over a period of the following sort of 18 months to 24 months, and just realized it wasn't really working at all in the way that kind of you'd want it to work. So yeah, we just kind of wound it down kind of in an orderly fashion and got out of the business.
Yeah. Was there any like crazy ideas for trying to save the business over that 18 months?
Yeah, I mean, you could have done things like gone completely other end of the market, like bargain basement stuff, and
next style.
Exactly.
Secondhand.
He's a personal hero of mine.
Great TikTok.
But no, I think that it was great fun when during the good times. It was so much fun
Bouncing on the mattresses like in the showroom.
No, just like it was like the product was really nice, really, really nice stuff. It's kind of stuff that give you, a lot of joy just by the look of it. It's like beautifully made.
And nobody,
really high quality.
Nobody foreseen what was going to happen either with anything like that.
No, completely. So yeah, that was my 5-6 year foray into entrepreneurship.
And because it was you wound it down, so obviously like nobody was going to buy that company or anything anyway.
No, nobody was going to.
That was tricky. It's a tricky one because I'd be saying to you like, what advice did you give other people? But it wasn't something you could have done differently. It was literally everybody was in that boat.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate time.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I mean, no. I was going to say no regrets, but clearly it would have been nicer if it didn't collapse in the way that it did. But it was a learning experience for me. It was like definitely learned a ton of stuff about business, about the administration of all that kind of stuff, the legalities of it.
Like just because it was mattresses, like even though that's what you knew, like where if it was like a little bit of other things. Yeah, no,
it did evolve in that way. So it started off as a kind of a mattress shop, but then we definitely evolved it over the the time that it was growing into we were selling sofas and built-in wardrobes and stuff like that as well. Yeah, so it was a very kind of hands-on interior design service that we're offering to kind of people who were prepared to invest or spend a lot of money on furniture. So we would go to their homes and measure up their rooms and give them a kind of a white glove service.
Full experience, like
nice.
And travel with them to factories in Italy and stuff like that, so they could
during this time. Was your bedroom at home fucking class? Did it look amazing?
I had all the rejects. Yeah, it was a bit of a mishmash, but.
And all his floor was just mattresses.
Instead of a couch,
no flooring, just bounce into the bedroom. Just head to the kitchen. Fine.
Soundproofing for jamming and stuff would have been very handy.
Yeah.
Just grab a few mattresses.
That's
class.
You didn't end up with a garage full of mattresses that you couldn't sell.
No, we sold everything. Sold everything. It was a question of just liquidating everything. Yeah.
And that experience of the business closing, would that put you off doing another business again or trying to go down that road?
To a certain extent, it would. I suppose I've been asked that question a number of times. It depends on your circumstances, because my circumstances now are very different to what they were then. You know, in terms of, you know, I have a family now and that, but certainly I think I would go into things with my eyes a bit more open now. You know, you're more aware of the risks and the potential. Yeah, and
kind of things you can't control, because you've probably done everything right and to grow the business and make the business well, but then it was completely out of control. Yeah, what happened? Like,
that's it. Yeah, external factors. Yeah,
it's hard to know what way to go with that. That was just so out of the blue, the way that fell apart like that. You couldn't have actually planned that.
No, but I guess, you know, over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of businesses have been affected similarly. You know, through COVID. You know, that would have just suffered as a result. You know, I mean, in your case, you were able to adapt. Yeah. You know, but potentially that could have been a kind of a game, you know.
It was. For a lot of music schools, it was. So many of them shut down.
Game over.
During that. Is there any business that you could start that you think is completely foolproof? What's a foolproof business idea?
Bouncy castles.
Everyone always needs bouncy castles.
A bulletproof business.
Yeah,
but
with the bouncy castles, bouncy castles are quite seasonal.
Because I would have been at the gate with the bouncy castle in the van on a Saturday morning at 7:30, and you get rang. We don't want that today's rain.
Would you not have anything to kind of go? Well, you've paid for it.
No, I never took deposit or anything. Now that was like 20. Yeah, but that was like 2013. Now you can say, "Oh, will you Revolut me?"
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
It's so much easier.
It was all cash based.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because you're rocking up on a day of a party or whatever, like, you know.
Yeah.
But everybody needs to get their hair cut.
Yeah. A barber's a good one. Yeah.
Although in trim there seem to be loads that close over the times, doesn't there?
That's because there's so many of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Like back in the day, there was a barber across at the other music school there, a guy called Mal, and he was there for years, and he retired, and then Steph is over there now.
There's not many overheads in hairdressers, though. No, I don't. That is weird. I did not plan that. But there isn't much. It's not like, you have a shaver. It's not like
scissors. Yeah, that's it.
Scissors.
Just a set of scissors in the kitchen.
You have to be prepared to make a lot of cuts, though, as I'll say.
You were getting it.
I did for a second. I was like, "What's that mean?"
They're probably more in hairdressing rather than barbers. Hairdressing, you have like all updos and downs.
No. Technically, there's a lot of expenses with hairdressing. You have to buy a lot of chemicals and stuff like that.
Yeah, where barbers would be a little bit better.
Just shave.
How many dodgy haircuts do you have to do at the start, or would you have done? What do you think? We have to talk to a barber. I'd be interested to see how you learn.
Let's get him on.
Yep.
Would you? I've seen hairdressers doing like a mannequin with hair coming out of it, and they practice in those. Yeah. But with the barber, you know, as you said, it's a lot of shaving.
Every now and again, you see crew barber putting up things about, is anybody free for free haircuts?
Free for scalping. Yeah. Any near balding men want to
I do my own hair. Last 6 years.
Wax on, wax off. So foolproof barber is probably the
undertakers.
Everyone dies.
Yeah.
Taxman. How do you get the taxman job?
A mechanic. Everybody needs their car fixed.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of those though.
It's risky though. The mechanics there's such an ever-changing technology. You need to be an electrician to become in the future.
A lot of laptops now, to be fair.
Yeah. Is it still the same to get into being a mechanic? Do you do like a FOSS course, like?
Yeah, apprenticeship.
Yeah.
But there is a degree I think you can do with Automotive Engineering or something.
Right.
And that's like a book mechanic.
A book mechanic, as in fixing books.
Is that you might have the ear of a mechanic, but you know the theory behind being a mechanic.
All right.
Now I don't know if you can actually go and practice as a mechanic.
So what do you just stand behind mechanics and like, no, you're doing that wrong?
Or do you go to like?
I can see where this one's going.
It's a YouTube mechanic.
Do you go to like the technology place like Audi or Mercedes and work on developing cars rather than actually working on the cars? Like,
yeah.
You know, I'm not sure what you do about that.
Still don't get it.
No,
I don't get it.
You ever see?
You keep your hands clean.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea.
So you're a manager.
The clay cars though, the actual design ones.
Clay cars.
So they have like a model which is full clay, and they're like start designing the new shape of the car and whether it would be nice to have that line there and all that.
Like aerodynamics.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Wind tunnel.
And it's a big clay car. That's kind of cool.
I'd say there's a lot in getting into that.
So sell clay basically.
Yeah.
We're back to the pottery idea again. I told you it's foolproof.
It's a full circle.
I think services is a good way to go, but like depends on your service. Like if
you see the bakery closed down the street as well.
Yeah, so sad about that. Those type of businesses are like That's a hard one to keep going.
Yeah, and
there's
butchers
so many of
and trim
them.
clothes because they're like Aldi and Lidl and all can sell meat cheaper and stuff like.
Well, wasn't that was something different? They had two sides of the business, wasn't it? They had the shop, and then the other side of it was the slaughterhouse, and
Abattoir.
it was there was what's that called? Where they provided for hotels and businesses.
Oh yeah,
Wholesale.
Oh yeah, wholesale side of it. So they closed the shop in order to focus on the wholesale thing. So
abattoir.
Yeah. So it wasn't the same as they just kind of closed down because they weren't getting the business. They were too busy on the other side.
The footfall in.
Yeah. I think is what it was.
If you think you're right, go on.
I know. I actually talked to the guy that worked there.
Give you a clue.
He plays bass actually in a band as well.
Oh, bass
From Trim. Yeah. Joey's his name. Anyway, do we have any more questions about entrepreneurship and running a business?
We haven't really given any tips.
Oh,
what to do.
okay. Well, we give a few tips. John Boy,
Tips.
you have a business as well.
No, I don't. I used to have a vending business, but that failed. But I have no tips. I literally just didn't put any effort into it. So if you want a big tip, put some effort into your business, or it'll fail.
Now your thing was the breathalyzer machines.
Yes,
is that right?
yes, yeah. But I put a lot of work into that actually, and I was let down. For years, I kind of blamed the guy who let me down, but it was just myself to blame, really. I got a big order, basically. I had a breathalyzer machine. It was basically, it was like a gimmick. You blew into it and told you how drunk you were. It was awesome.
Was it real or was it just one of those?
It was pure. It was official. It was an official.
Right.
I had to calibrate it and everything. It was an official same
You'd home drinking the gin and be like,
yeah.
What was the scale? Yeah, what were the
Definitely drunk.
Points on the
drunk? Yes. No, it was calibrated to the same police as a police calibrator. I had to buy an actual calibration machine.
Right.
Yeah, it was official. It was really good.
Big investment
so when you
in
blew
those
into
machines.
Yeah, they're around $2,500 each.
Oh wow!
And I had 10 of them.
Jesus.
I had 4 of them up in the city, 3 around Meath, and I always had 2 spare to.
And was it you put in a coin and then you could to do that?
Put in £2,
right?
And you blew into it with a straw, and it gave you like your 0.04%. And if you got certain, the higher you got, it gave different graphics on the screen to show how drunk you were.
Class.
And then so it was €2 to use. And also, I sold advertising on the screen. So when you blew into it,
John, always thinking of the angle.
I had one in the Central, one in
remember that one, yeah,
live nightclub in Kells, one and then one in a nightclub in Dame Street, and then a couple of the rest of them were in bars dotted around. But I got a major order from one of Dublin's largest nightclubs,
right?
And once I got into that, I was like, right, that's it, going nationwide. Because once I get into this nightclub, and once I say I'm in this nightclub. Well, we want it in our nightclub then. Yeah,
of course.
And basically, so I went in, shook hands with this guy. He wanted, the nightclub was so big, he wanted 3 or 4 of them.
Wow.
So I was like, grand, I ordered them from the supplier, got them in, and went up one day then to install them. And everybody was like, no, we don't know anything about this.
Oh, no.
Rang your man, didn't answer his phone.
Oh, no.
And I had put a lot of money into it. And basically, he just said, he ended up saying, I know nothing about this.
Oh, God.
So basically, I had 4 machines and I was just going around for ages trying to see now. Because basically, whatever money I had made from the other machines, it was all gone into these 4 new machines.
Yeah.
So I had literally hadn't a penny. I spent my last bit to make sure I got this job.
Yeah.
And your man just
fell short.
Were you relying on the...
No, I had a full-time job.
No, but did the nightclubs have to buy the machines off you?
No,
would you just put them in?
I just put them in. I fully owned all the machines.
Yeah. And was that hard to get people to take them?
To take them in? No, because it was a really cool gimmick.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it was a really cool
you should
gimmick.
stop calling it a gimmick, just in case you get it running again.
No, it was a proper gimmick. But it was real. It was official.
Do you know, I think...
I was in, it went really well at the very start. I was on Joe.ie being interviewed, and Irish Tech News, and all. It was on, I had, my Twitter page was Blow Me Ireland.
Class.
So I got a good bit of traction on that, and people were like, "Oh, this is an awesome idea" and stuff. Yeah.
Now, were you selling it as a safety thing?
That was a tough line. I got onto I was trying to sell it as
a high score.
Someone was drinking. if someone was drinking, there was two ways of doing it.
Yeah.
You either had a pint, went up to the used machine, blew into it, and it says you are too drunk to drive. That's what it says. It says you're too drunk to drive on the screen.
Yeah.
And then someone will go, okay, I'm too drunk to drive. I'll just get a taxi home.
Right.
That would have been a good angle.
Yeah.
The other angle was people going up going, guess how drunk I am.
Yeah.
So that was the two angles, and that was the main business it was. It was two people. Not many people used it to see how drunk they were to drive, because there was this kind of a lot of comments. I got a lot of comments going, well, if people have to use it, they shouldn't be driving anyway, and all this kind of stuff. So like I got in touch with the RSA. I asked them for could I have a meeting with the RSA to try and go, do you guys approve of it? I literally wrote to the RSA going, do you guys approve of this? Because if you don't approve of it, I won't go down that marketing direction. And I got to like the head of the RSA, and he's like, no, I don't endorse this.
Really?
Yeah, because he said if you shouldn't, we don't encourage drinking whatsoever. So I naturally went, yeah, I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just went down the how
Game
drunk
show.
are you route.
Yeah. The graphics should have been, do you know when you get the hammer and you hit the thing and it goes up and it goes ding, 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 ding? That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that graphic. It was literally just someone laughing or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Laughing at the person.
Yeah, you're fucking drunk. Basically, because I had a full-time job, and after I got this bigger job, and I was really like, okay, that's it, I'm quitting, and I'm going to go into this full-time. It literally just kicked me down so much that I just went, I can't go all over again from scratch. I had literally whatever money I had made over the 2 years I was doing it, I put it into four more machines, and I said, right, I don't know if I can start from scratch again. Yeah. And basically, then I was getting married at the same time, and then the kids started coming along. I said, look, I'm just going to concentrate on my job now. Yeah. So I sold all the machines basically, and that was it.
But you know what? You would have regretted. Sorry, Paul. You would have regretted it if you hadn't have done it. You'd be sitting here today wondering, I wonder if I got those machines or what that happened.
No, I'm quite happy I didn't go down that route.
Right? No. I mean, like you would have regretted not doing it. I think.
Not doing it.
Yeah. So you would.
As in, look. No, I have a kind of entrepreneurial brain. I'm always constantly thinking of business. Like in the past year, I probably thought of 4 businesses that I wanted.
The past hour alone.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting into beds. I'm gonna look that up as soon as I get home. Italian. Where'd you say Italy was it?
You should put some kind of water in them.
No, cool. Do you think entrepreneurs are born, or
did you do water beds?
No.
Oh, that'd be awesome. No.
Did you do round beds?
Round?
Yeah.
No.
Like Pamela Anderson style.
No.
I think that's where you went wrong. No water beds, no round beds.
Heart-shaped beds.
Was there a sign on the wall saying no water beds, no round beds?
I had an air-conditioned bed.
What? And the air was going through.
Like one of those.
Like one of those air hockey tables.
Yeah, just kind of like little units that circulated.
Is it so that if your husband is snoring that you just push him and he just slides out of the bed? Ding, 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 ding.
I always wanted one of the beds with the TV coming over.
Oh, that'd be class.
Yeah,
Did you do those?
We had a couple of those, yeah.
No.
Class.
Oh, that's so cool.
See, the problem with setting up a business in Ireland, though, and you realise it when you're on when you're looking at the world, Ireland's a tiny, tiny island.
It is, yeah.
And you can only get as big as the size Ireland is.
Yeah.
Like London alone is the same population as Ireland.
Yeah.
And sorry,
have you finished?
Oh, I've one little comment.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But just talking about the size of, I was talking to a Chinese guy who owns a business, multi-millionaire.
Right.
And you know what he sold?
What?
Phone cases.
Oh yeah.
Multi-millionaire, and he's in China. China has whatever, a couple of billion people, right? He said all he sells is phone cases. He sells over like $1 million a day.
You do anything in China and you're a millionaire.
And he sells them for like $150.
Janie Mac.
And he says I sell 1 million of these a day, make whatever. Like it's just ridiculous.
Where'd you meet him?
Met him at a trade show in Frankfurt. Yeah.
Right.
He had another business basically.
Oh, right. He wasn't selling the phone cases for outdoor living.
No, he wasn't selling phone cases.
Was he trying to sell your phone case?
Out of like a trench coat.
Big trench coat. Big grey one.
Oh, that's good.
No, I met him at a trade show basically, and we got to know him. He now sells other things.
Right.
Like electrical components and stuff like that for other stuff.
Does he now have 4 machines, more breathalyzers?
Breathalyzers, that's what he sells. But anyway, he's telling us that story of how he got started. But he said just China's so big that all he had to do was he just got a small little 1% of the population to buy mobile phones, and he was rich within a couple of weeks.
There's a perfect tip. Just open a business in China.
Open a business.
There you go, Irish people. There you got your tip.
But like if Ireland's just tiny.
Yeah, turf in China. I don't think you can sell turf here anymore, can you?
You can sell it as like a souvenir bit of muck or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then put in your fingers.
Yeah, souvenir muck. Yeah.
But it's. I wonder, is it better to go like all in and big massive loan and do what you want, or start small and be careful?
Yeah,
there's a nice mixture of both there. You can think it out and go big at the same time, but you can be measured about it.
Because I know people who took out big loans to start businesses and they didn't go too well.
No.
Yeah, you're recovering for years from that.
Well, as long as you don't, personally guarantee those loans, then it's not your. It's not your money.
Step away.
Bye. Oh, yeah.
Venture capital, let them take the risk.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There's another tip.
There's your biggest tip.
There's a tip there now. That's real advice. I like that.
There you go.
This is worth it.
Will we go waffle game?
Yeah, but I've only 2 sets of questions.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the waffle game.
That's okay. No,
you can do it.
No, I'll step out. No. I think I'll step out this week.
I've won enough.
I don't think you have really.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think I'll step away. I'll do the timing.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Thanks.
Okay. So
it's that time.
Are you doing it?
I'll do the timing.
Okay. So are you answering questions?
I'm answering
yeah.
And Paul's
Oh, check out this by the way. Watch this. Watch.
What's this thing?
It's new phone.
This is when I get angry. I'm like.
What happened to your iPhones?
I have to see that.
I'm on Samsung now.
I want to play with that later.
Whoa.
You can't do. Just to look at my browsing
When
history.
did this happen?
Sunday.
Mr. iPhones are the fucking
You
best.
literally just told us last week how great
Yeah.
iPhones
I know, but they're not great anymore.
That's the thing about Apple owners. No loyalty.
That's a new Samsung one that they're
Samsung Flippity Z. Yeah. The reason that I wanted it was because when you put it in your pocket and you sit down, it doesn't like do anything to your leg. You know what I mean? And you can do karate at a minute's notice. Just straight into karate moves.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's nice. Other than that, it's a bit girly looking or something. It's like a makeup case.
Oh yeah.
It is like a makeup case.
Fold it away again. Also, if I put it on my laptop, it switches off my laptop because it's got a big, massive thing in the back of it, a magnet.
Oh right, shit.
Oh, because it sticks to things.
I don't know what it is. Every time I put it there, my laptop
it's
goes
stuck to that.
Yeah, it's got like a little.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
No way.
Pretty decent, huh?
It must have to do that so it keeps closed.
Not due an upgrade until next year.
I think it's the charging thing.
Oh yeah, you can put it down on the
It's
wireless
for
charger.
If I was
wireless
a
charger.
phone manufacturer and I wanted to keep that closed, though, it'd have to be magnetized.
Oh, I guess that makes sense actually as well. Yeah.
Anyway,
there you go. Sorry, waffle game.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I'm going to time you. Sorry.
No, there's no timing. It's
Oh,
just
it's not?
questions.
Oh, is it general knowledge?
It's either or.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
You just want to use your phone.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'll just sit here then.
No timing.
Okay, so Paul, which one do you want? Right or the left questions?
My right or your right?
My right.
Stage right.
My left, your right.
Okay.
That would have, if you weren't here, that would have confused me and John for ages.
My
We would have
goodness.
another 10 minutes going.
Okay.
That
So
was
reft.
I have 5 questions for you. Scotty, do you have a pen?
Oh, look, now you need me. All right, here you go. I actually do have a pen. There you go.
Oh, excellent.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
First question: which is longer, the River Shore or the River Barrow?
Me?
Yeah, this is your question. These are your 5 questions.
Complete guess, but I'll guess the sure.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? I'm totally not sure.
Okay. Which county has the bigger landmass, Cork or Kerry?
Ooh.
Cork.
Oh, sorry, you're going all Paul.
Cork.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Which mountain is higher, Croagh Patrick or Mount Errigal?
Ooh, the fun.
Where's Eric?
I'm going to say it's in Donegal, isn't it?
Yeah.
He would have been good to have.
I'm going to say Mount Errigal.
He's a worthy opponent.
Which is more north, Oldcastle or Monalty?
Oh,
Jesus.
Ooh, interesting.
My geography of meat is atrocious.
Monalty or Monalvi? Monalty.
Oldcastle or Monalty?
Or
Monalty,
Monalty.
Old
right,
Castle.
okay.
I would say that too, yeah.
Yeah, I would have went to Old Castle.
Which has the bigger population, Leitrim or Louth?
Loud.
Oh, he's quick with that one.
Oh, he's quick.
Oh.
Quick off the bat. Right, now John,
No
you're
question.
5.
He's obviously been
Yep.
to Leitrim before. Isn't Leitrim that place that only has one person? Where's the...
No, I think once
I've never.
Where's Chris O'Dowd from?
Leitrim is the least populated
Roscommon.
county.
Oh, Roscommon. Sorry, I'm thinking of Roscommon.
I've never met anybody from
is-
Leitrim before.
Where is Leitrim?
It's in Connacht.
Yeah.
It has the biggest
That's
forest.
the answer to my
like-
question. What's it
You
near?
go through it. Go
Between
through
Mayo and Sligo.
Yeah. And
Oh, right.
You go through
Between
it.
Mayo and Sligo.
yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
And you
It
go
has
through
a
it,
small
go
bit of
to
coastline.
Oh. I thought you went straight from Sligo into Mayo.
They have nice lamb burgers in Carrickashan.
Is Carrick-on-Shannon in Leitrim?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there.
No
So,
way.
all right, great. Fine.
Okay. John,
Yes.
which is longer in kilometres in the Google Map routes? Belfast to Cork or Letterkenny to Rosslare?
Ooh.
What part of Cork?
Cork City.
City, yeah.
Belfast to Cork.
Or what was the other one? Sorry, Rosslare to
Letterkenny to Rosslare.
That's a stint.
It is.
Which is longer, the Royal Canal or the Grand Canal?
The Royal Canal.
He says these things with such confidence.
who has more All Ireland football titles, Donegal or Offaly?
Donegal.
Definitely Offaly.
Which county has the shortest coastline?
Which county?
Yeah, Meath or Leitrim?
Oh yeah.
Oh, thanks for the two. Because we are on an island.
Yeah. Meath or Leitrim? Oh, that's tough.
Meath or
That's a
Leitrim?
curveball because Meath is big, but it doesn't have a very big coastline.
I'd put it down to Meath.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
Yeah.
Which lake is bigger, Lough Corrib or Lough Derg?
Lough Derg.
I love how you pretend you know. Like,
Okay.
Lough Derg, yeah.
So
I was
John,
there twice.
you got 2.
Are you sure? Are you sure now? Can you I'd like a recount.
Paul got 3.
My Paul.
Paul.
Go. You want to go
Will I
through
run
them?
through the answers?
I like
Yeah,
it.
go through the
Okay.
answers. Yeah.
Okay, the River Shore or the River Barrow. So it's the River Barrow is 192 kilometres, the shore is 184 kilometres.
There's not much in it now.
Okay, which county has the bigger landmass, Cork or Kerry? It's Cork, 7,500 square kilometres to Kerry's 4,807 square kilometres.
700,000. Did you say
7,500.
7,500? Wow.
Which mountain is higher, Croagh Patrick or Mount Aragal? It is actually Croagh Patrick is 764 metres and Mount Aragal is 751 metres.
I've walked up that.
Which is more north, Oldcastle, Monalty? Monalty is 53 degrees, 47 minutes, 27 seconds.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oldcastle is 53 degrees, 46 seconds. Or 46 minutes and 15 seconds.
I thought.
So what's
So
the
there's not-
Yeah, it still doesn't answer my question.
There's not much in it.
Right.
which is the correct
Which
answer?
was the right
Oh,
one?
Monalty is more north.
Oh, right, okay. Did you say Oh, you said
No, I
Oldcastle.
said Oldcastle.
You said Oldcastle.
Which has the biggest population, Leitrim or Louth? Louth has a population of 128,884 as correct of 2016.
Right.
Leitrim has a population of 32,944.
So one person, basically. So was that right? Was that right?
I said Leitrim.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
you not say Loud? No, you went in with Loud, I think, did you?
Yeah, no, you got that right. You said Louth. Louth has the biggest population.
Population.
Okay, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Is that how you were answering it?
which is longer in kilometres on Google Map routes? Belfast to Cork or Letterkenny to Rosslare? Belfast to Cork is 444 kilometres or 442 kilometres. Letterkenny to Rosslare is 400 even kilometres.
All right.
Which is longer, Royal Canal or Grand Canal? Royal Canal
You
is
just give it up now.
is 145 kilometres. The Grand Canal is 132 kilometres. Who has more All Ireland football titles, Donegal or Offaly? That was a bit of a curve run because Offaly won one way back. So Offaly won 3 and Donegal has won 2.
Oh,
Which county has the shortest coastline?
It's
It
a
is
click
actually
anyway.
Leitrim. Leitrim has a 5-kilometre coastline. Meath has a 17-kilometre coastline.
5
That's
kilometres.
a huge difference.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
massive.
Which lake is bigger, Lough Corrib or Lough Derg? Lough Corrib is 176 square kilometres and Lough Derg is 118 square kilometres.
So you could run the coastline of Leitrim and go back again and you do a 10k run.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Or you could do a 17k run
So you
straight.
could do county. You could say you ran county to county.
Yeah,
Twice.
from one county to another while doing
And
a
back.
6k run.
I compiled those
3
questions
counties in a 7k run.
myself.
You did
Yeah.
that yourself.
Or a
Yeah,
5k.
I made
Didn't
them up.
download
That's
them.
damn
No, I made them
impressive.
Good work.
I'm going to go to Leitrim now. You compiled those yourself?
Yeah, I made them up.
Did you?
Yeah, it took me like
You
2
made up
hours.
the answers.
What are we doing now? What's next? We haven't done dad jokes in a while.
Oh, you haven't
do you
had
have
any
one?
dad jokes?
I always
Instead
have a
of
dad
Shell
joke.
Bum.
I'm a dad.
Oh.
Instead of a shell bomb?
I could do that instead of a shell bomb myself.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, it's a shell bomb time.
Why, we'll tee up then.
The wife said to me, "Have you seen a dog bowl?" I said, "No, I didn't know he did."
Oh, so
Did
stupid.
you have the rails up there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the rails are up. What?
Were we talking about that in the podcast?
Yes.
Oh, you were, yeah.
We were?
Can't remember if that was beforehand or not.
Do I have another one?
Yeah.
No.
Is that what you were doing on your phone there 2 seconds ago?
Yeah, I had to remind myself.
Of the wonderful thingy.
Unless you want the Robbie Kennedy ones, but we'll get them next week.
Yeah. We could do one. We could do one with Robbie, maybe live.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to do
In
that.
Prague.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
The waffle go on tour.
Do you want me to give you my shell bomb, or are you going to do yours?
No, because you actually have a shell bomb.
It's not great. No. Okay, go on.
Okay. So, you know penguins, right?
I do.
Okay.
2 personally.
So, in the case that this might ever happen in our lifetime, I think this is valuable information that everybody should know, because everybody in the whole country is going to have to get behind this and help us.
Get behind the penguin. Is
Men,
that
women, children,
like this
whatever you identify as, we all have to get behind this because you are all included in this.
Where's this going?
Oh my God, this is a big intro.
I'm busy.
In Antarctica,
Busy.
there's estimated to be 20 million penguins. Currently, as of 2020 in Ireland, the population of Ireland is almost 5 million. So,
Do we have to fight the penguins?
in the event that penguins would invade Ireland,
Oh my God.
each person in Ireland, as of 2020, would have to fight 4 penguins.
I could take 4 penguins.
I need more
no
info.
problem.
Are they going to be standing on top of each other to be the same height?
It
and
is-
then the top penguin's going to punch
No,
it?
it's in
Or-
like a classic, martial arts movie where you're in the middle and 4 is attacking at the same time.
No, what about if it's like a Power Ranger situation when they all come together to form one giant
one
penguin?
big giant, and there's like the arms are made of penguins.
Dublin.
Well, it's still only 4 penguins, so it still can't be that
Where
big.
is this penguin fury coming from? Is
That's
it is it an
funny.
imminent threat? Like,
Well, you look at them and they're doing something like.
They are mysterious.
Yeah.
all
right?
wearing little suits running around. the
Now,
place.
we
What are
would
they
like
up
to hope the ones in Dublin Zoo because we're nice to them would side with us, but we never know.
Yeah. Remember they got free that time?
Did you see Brendan Gleeson on SNL the other night?
No.
Yeah.
Really cool. He was great, actually.
Was he?
Yeah. He mentioned
SNL generally.
He mentioned us, did he?
he mentioned the podcast. He said, well, he mentioned his, but he mentioned Barney McKenna. You know Barney?
No.
From the Dubliners.
Oh right, yeah.
He meant like literally, it's insane to get Barney McKenna mentioned on the
SNL.
on SNL, like,
Right.
because he's saying, "Oh, this is a song that Barney McKenna." But Barney McKenna's from Trim, you know that.
I didn't.
His family's from Trim,
Right.
and he loved Trim so much, and he's buried in Trim. He's buried in St. Norman's Chair.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I suppose that's a shell bomb.
Oh, look at you.
But yeah,
Pulling
he's
one
a
out.
big fan of Trim. He used to drinking the Bounty all the time with the uncle and all that kind of stuff.
Is it one of the Pogues lives in Navan?
Don't know.
The fiddle player, I think, lives
What have we got?
just up the Kentstown Road, yeah, from the Pogues.
I didn't know that.
There you go. I wonder who. And Springsteen's daughter has something out the road as well, doesn't she?
Kells Road, stud.
Yeah. I wonder what other famous people are living about the place.
Rona Keaton's from Summerhill.
Don Baker.
Oh, Don Baker, yeah. The Don of Trim.
Just me Rogan's.
Love
Rona
Don.
Keaton, Summerhill, and then who else?
Ronan Keaton is from Summerhill.
Yeah, his family's Summerhill.
From Summerhill.
Yeah,
Did he grow up in Summerhill?
He grew up in Dublin, but his family was from Summerhill, like his
right.
grannies and stuff like that. So he ran for Summerhill Glet Club, Trimaglet Club. So,
Did he?
So I used to run with him back in the day.
You did not.
I didn't know who he was back then, so I just know that I did at the same
like a
time.
gang.
We used to run with Ronan
He used to
Keaton.
do cross
So
country running and
uncool.
stuff.
Jesus, mad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ronan. So he would have hung around Summerhill a lot back then.
Jesus.
Yeah,
He doesn't come across in the singing accent anyway.
definitely doesn't.
Life is all wrong.
Should get him on the podcast.
Yeah. Do you,
No, we texted him already.
all right. Okay. He ignored us
He ghosted me.
because you couldn't run fast enough.
No blue ticks.
No. We'll get there. Okay, here's my shell bomb. Did you know that time passes faster for your face?
Okay.
Right. So, assuming that you're standing, time passes faster for your face than it does for your feet. The theory of relativity by Albert Einstein dictates that the closer, I'm saying this as if I know it, but I'm actually just reading it. The closer you are to the center of the earth, the slower time actually goes. And this has been measured. It's a measurable fact.
In those minuscule
Mm-hmm.
Earth comparisons.
So when you look down at your feet are actually like in the past.
Jeez, that's mind blown.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
So it's like when you see the star, the light
So
from a star.
if you do something bad, jump down onto the ground.
Instantly
it'll
fall
work.
to the floor. That didn't have it.
Just like I fold, and then the other guy goes, "Oh, bluff it." No, did you do that?
I haven't tested it, but I think we should.
Drop the cards on the ground.
That reminds me of the one where if you ever want to be lose weight quickly,
Yeah.
just weigh yourself when there's a full moon directly overhead.
No way.
And you'll be,
Will you be
like
lighter?
a 100 kilo person will be a half a gram lighter
You're going to get
because
it
there's less gravity.
I'm